Kakyoin is very mean to babies. From this episode, right at the end, he forces a baby to eat his own shit. Oh my god. That is wrong in so many levels. So many levels. That is wrong. Let's just be real here, everybody, okay? Kakyoin made a baby, under like 1 year old, eat its own shit. That is disgusting. It is very disgusting. It's very funny. It's very funny because that baby freaking deserves it after the hell it caused Kakyoin in this episode and last episode. And so technically, the baby deserved it. But it's very disturbing how, you know, it wasn't censored and you just see Kakyoin just scoop up a pile of its shit and then just put it in his food. And when you see freaking Joseph and you see Jean-Pierre try to force feed the baby into eating its own shit when they don't know, it's very disturbing. And really what comes around goes around. That's exactly what we could get from this. I mean, that baby had that karma coming because bad karma of what it did to Kakyoin, making it look like he was crazy. And so, I like how everything, you know, sorted itself out at the end of this little arc, Death 13. For instance, Kakyoin got his scar removed, so for instance, he won't look like a scarring victim. He'll have it completely gone now. It doesn't say, like, baby stand. And so, Kakyoin now can move past this part. And I think the main, I guess, thing we can get from this little mini arc is the trust in friends. That's exactly what we can get from Death 13's arc, because we see how this group of characters that have been traveling together for the past 4 weeks have actually, you know, they've had, you know, some fights, they've worked together, and really you could see how some of them really will not believe each other in some certain circumstances, and so getting to see how they were tested, like their friendship was tested in this arc, was really intriguing, and it definitely is different from the other arcs we have had so far from Stardust Crusaders, and it was a really unique take on it. Now, one thing I do want to bring up is, I'm glad they finally announced, like, how many weeks they've been traveling. So, from the end of this episode's total, they've only been traveling for 4 weeks. That's pretty cool, actually, because I thought, you know, it would have been a lot less than that. I thought it was going to be like a week or so, but apparently it's only been 4 weeks, which is really good because, I mean, they're making some good progress traveling halfway across the fucking world, pretty much on foot, boat, plane crashes, stuff like that. So I think, you know, JoJo and everybody else is pretty much traveling really well. So, honestly, I think the ending part is really good too. I want to talk about that real quick. So, right at the end, Joseph reveals that he is making a pit stop. He's going somewhere to talk to this person, this very important person, this dude, this man, I don't know who it is. It's a very important person to the overall, I guess, story later on in the future. And I wonder exactly who this is because, I mean, they didn't really show the person in the preview, so I don't know who it is. But, I mean, supposedly it's an old person. I want to say it's probably old for Joseph to know who this person is. And I wonder exactly if this person, have we met them before in the original JoJo Part 2. I wonder if we have or not, because, I mean, if Joseph knows who this person is, most likely we might have seen him already. Either way, I like that a lot. I like how that was shown, and I like how they add more attention to the ending of this episode. For instance, it has us all hyped up to find out who exactly is coming up next. I mean, will, you know, JoJo and the company have, you know, another person join their group? Because, I mean, since they're technically one person down, since, you know, we had Muhammad die a couple episodes back, I wonder if, you know, anyone will take his place. I mean, will anyone, you know, travel alongside them? So, that's the big question I have right now. And, personally, the episode was enjoyable from start to finish. I mean, it had, once again, that Freddy Krueger type vibe to it. I love the lolly-hoo! That is so great. That was one of my favorite lines so far from Stardust Crusaders. And then seeing that facial reaction of Joseph when he's like, oh my god. And when he saw, you know, Kakyoin going crazy, that was probably by far one of the best oh my gods from Joseph in this entire series, because it sounded so perfect when it came to English. It sounded like something, you know, I would say, like, oh my god. So tell me your thoughts, everybody. I mean, how'd you feel about Death 13's arc? What'd you feel about how Kakyoin forced the baby to eat its own shit? What'd you feel about how the powers worked? Like, for instance, how Kakyoin had to use his stand to get inside the baby's head and frighten the fuck out of him? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. I'm curious on how all of you feel about this episode, and I love all of you so much. You have a wonderful day or night wherever you live. Please be safe. Chibi out.